Songs that are actually scary. Part 3. It's not that bad, bro.
Yo. Season Goth commented that after every...
What the f***?
I love you, Jay.
Songs that are actually scary. Off rip, my nigga. Y'all remember we did songs that are actually scary, the last one? I ain't gonna lie. That one song where the dude was talking about, he had a... I forgot what that song was called, but y'all remember, though. He was talking about... It was that one rapidy, hip-hoppity song, bro. And he was, like, talking about killing people, doing this, that, and the third. He R-worded his... It was crazy. It was just fucking crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
This is a song called Frankie Teardrop, a song about all of us. But we'll get into that later. It's time for part 3. Now, the first 2 parts of these videos were pretty much the scariest songs I have ever listened to in my 20 years on this planet, but I am just one person. Now, imagine if I asked about 3,000 people for the scariest songs they have ever heard. That video would be a little more scary, which is why I did it. I took the near 3,000 song recommendations of the last 2 videos and took the scariest ones. So, a little spoiler, this is by far the scariest video we've done so far. In these videos, we go from least scary song to scariest song.
Bro, I don't know any scary songs though, bro. Like, I don't think there's any songs that genuinely just scare me unless they're meant to be scary. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no songs that are scary unless they're actually meant to be scary. Like, maybe ones for like fucking Annabelle soundtrack or Paranormal Activity soundtrack, but those are meant to be like that. Just on some, like, it just be songs that and it be doing shit like that in the song, and bro, it just be a whole bunch of shit like that.
The scariest video we've done.
But I don't know any like real deal songs outside of that that's just scary though.
So far. In these videos, we go from least scary song to scariest song, but pretty much half of these songs in this video are songs you could say are some of the scariest songs ever
like
made.
Some you would see on fucking internet's most disturbing videos, bro.
But pretty much half of these songs in this video are songs you could say are some of the scariest songs ever made. I have until August to either choose a traditional career or YouTube. Please help me make this my job. This series of videos has become a staple on the channel, but I don't want it to be what the channel is known for, so we are only doing one more. I don't know when it will be, but it will be the first one where we do scary movies and songs, so comment movies too. And I will be letting every single Patreon put a recommendation in the video, meaning that video will be insanely long, like over an hour maybe. I plan to make each of these scary videos scarier than the last, meaning that this one is currently the scariest. And we are going to start it off with...
Hell no, man.
Oh, shit. Okay, no, I do know that one. David, especially now since the real shit popped up. No, that song is actually creepy as hell. And then there was another unreleased song that he had that was like explaining the way he did it or something like that. Around that time when all that shit was like brewing. Now that's a scary ass song. Romantic Homicide is a scary ass song, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it dead ass is.
We'll open this video off very light.
Especially when you really know what the fuck is really going on, bro. Yeah, it's probably light compared to the other songs in here, but nigga, that situation is not light whatsoever. Unless the other people have certain situations or worse situations than that, which I don't know how it can get worse. Nigga, this shit might be scary. The scariest.
With the guy who killed his 14-year-old girlfriend. Goldscorp commented, "Oh Celeste" and "Here With Me" by David are so scary to listen to after learning the context. Everybody has heard "Here With Me," but it was a pretty wild song to come back to. It's a pretty love song, but like the comment says, the context ruins it. Imagine being friends with someone who keeps talking about how much they love their girlfriend, and then you find out years later that not only was she a minor, but that he killed her. And then re-listening to an audio of him telling you how much he loved her. That's what this song is. The music video has a girl that looks like her. The comment section is pretty insane because there's comments after everyone found out what he did, and then there's comments from 3 years ago when the song first came out talking about "My mom loves this song." I remember when the news first broke and some people were trying to cope as if there was some chance that David didn't do this, and that leads me to the second song you commented, "Oh Celeste," a leaked song where he...
Young boy fucked the girl on his period. On his period. He the murder man. Nigga, that doesn't answer any question. What song?
He literally says the girl's name. He made it impossible to separate the art from the artist. Fuck David. Fuck these songs. And I'm fucking pissed that this is the least disturbing song in this video.
White House, why you know?
Nicola left this.
I know he had to make that shit. I know he had to turn the audio down on that shit. What the hell?
This is the least disturbing song in this
video. What just graced my ears, bro? What the fuck just graced my ears?
Nicola left this comment about White House, a band that makes such disturbing music that...
See, I don't like that. That shit would scare the fuck out of me. Like, imagine waking up in the middle of the night on some, like, Adult Swim Robot Chicken type of timing, bro. You know, back in the day when niggas used to wake up in the middle of the night, bro, their TV was on, bro. They would see shit like this on fucking Adult Swim. It would be shit like this, bro. When you wake up in the middle of the night at 4 in the morning, all the lights off in the house. All the lights off in the house, bro. Everybody sleep, but you wake up for a drink or you gotta use the bathroom. You wake up and you see your TV on and you see shit like this on it. What's going on, Fetty? Nigga, this shit fried me. So I know for a fact that the music videos having things like this, yeah, nah, bro. I'm good. I'm not listening to it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nicola left this comment about White House, a band that makes such disturbing music that their own frontman can't listen to their album because he finds it terrifying. And Nick Frost recommended a song from 2003 called Why You Never Became a Dancer. Now, you told me not to focus on the visual of this creepy woman. Well, like, that's kinda impossible, because what the fuck is that? But I do agree with you that this is not the most unsettling thing about this song, because this song is like a harsh noise diss track. There was this film in the 90s called Why I Never Became a Dancer, a short film of just random footage and a girl telling a story over it, about how she was going to leave this town she was living in by winning the dance competition, but in the middle of her competition, when she was cooking and clearly going to win, a bunch of guys she cracked throughout the years started yelling that she was a slag and ruined her performance. Which I guess slag just means like a low-value woman in Britain. But I say all this to say that this song a decade later is like a diss song to this movie. The woman who made this was Tracy Emin, and she went on to become a huge cultural figure in Britain. I think more than a diss towards her though, this song is a criticism towards the impact of her short film. The way I see it, it is the criticism of how our pain and sadness and trauma has become commercial. And although this song was released in 2003, I think it's...
Okay, so, but she's a good person, though. David's not a good person. He had romantic homicide and all these people, and he was mentioning the names of the girl he killed. He was mentioning the name of the girl he killed and had unreleased shit about certain shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Okay, David, song-wise, he had the least scariest. I guess you could put it like that. But there's no possible way there's nobody, like, worse than that nigga, bro, on here. I don't see that. There's no artist on here that's worse than that nigga. There's no artist on here that genuinely
so
is
well.
worse than
Ali Sambia made an awesome video about this that y'all should check out.
Like,
it's crazy how song like this is
without,
criticizing the
like,
same...
without, if you, like, it's so hard to even just look past the context. But just hearing a song, just hearing that song, bro, yes, it would be considered the least scariest. Like,
Ali Sambia made an awesome video about this that y'all should check out. It's crazy how a song like this was criticizing the same thing so long ago. And the way it does it over this confrontational noise instrumental, and the delivery is so angry. Usually I can only show small snips of songs, but this song definitely won't get me copyrighted. So here's a good...
Oh, it definitely got him copyrighted. Oh, that shit dead got him... That shit definitely got him copyrighted. That shit... Oh, fuck no. I hear that in the song. Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm in your car, bro, and you got the aux and you play that shit, bro, and you're not saying a word, and you start speeding the car up, my nigga, yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. When we get a red light, man, just let me out. Please, just let me out. Don't have no child safety lock on or nothing, bro. Just let me out that motherfucker, man. Holy... God forbid that anybody's ever in a situation like that, where they're in a car with somebody and they're fucking speeding down the road, and next to know, this is the song that they turn on, my nigga. Fuck no! Fuck that! Yo, hell no! Yo, bro. And you know how, like, imagine, like, somebody taking back roads or something like that, bro. You know how in back roads, late at night, all you see is fucking grass, trees, and deer. You don't see no cars, you don't see no lights, you don't see nothing. That's why I don't like going to haunted houses, because the haunted houses, you gotta take those scary ass back roads. So imagine playing that shit heading down there, bro. Fuck that, nigga. Hell no. What is this? What the fuck is he doing?
You know what I mean? My flight in a couple hours, so.
What is this nigga wearing? There's no way that nigga just copped some sweatpants that small again. There's no way he just copping sweatpants that's that small, bro. What the fuck? Come on, Dub. Come on, Dub.
SKDFSDF.
What do you even
Great
do, Dub?
username. Commented that this song by Ethel Cain is genuinely horrifying. It's named after the lake in the 9th circle of hell? What? So just off hearing that, I was scared to listen to the song, and I was listening to it in the dark, so I was already a little spooked. And then I clicked play and immediately got goosebumps. Because this song, from a sonic perspective, is the scariest one in this video. Like, the second you click play, it is just creepy. It's like a demon is moaning in your ear. Then this guy comes in whose voice makes you feel even more uncomfortable, and he begins to say all this weird shit, and then there's this sound of like bugs flying in the background, and at this point,
Okay. What is it called? We gonna do 10-second checks. Oh, hell nah. Yup. See? Nope. Yup. See? I ain't gonna lie, bro. Nigga dancing to this. What is the climax, bro? Is it gonna be like a drop or something? The intro, yeah. I'm about to start fact checking these songs, bro.
It's the scariest one in this video. Like,
Fuck
the second
no.
you click
There's
play,
no possible way this is the scariest one.
it is just creepy. It's like a demon is moaning in your ear.
There's no way that's the scariest one.
Then this guy comes in whose voice makes you feel even more uncomfortable, and he begins to say all this weird shit, and then there's this sound of like bugs flying in the background, and at this point, I just turned the lights back on because there was no way I was gonna torture myself like that. There's a lot of theories about what this song is about, but they are all around the concept of the album that I am not listening to anytime soon. It's summertime right now. I'm trying to listen to a nice vibe. Not this. But honestly, not knowing what is going on is a big reason why all the scariest movies I've seen feel so scary, and being confused at the end of this song made me feel that feeling.
Now, I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry for all the Ethel Cain enjoyers in the comments, but
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be so real, bro. If I heard this on some like waking up in the middle of my sleep shit, and the TV's on and Adult Swim's on, and I see like some crazy ass creepy shit, like that doll or AI figure, whatever that fuck video that was we just seen like 2 clips ago, then yeah, and I heard this, yeah, I probably be a
not
little
touching her
concerned.
discography for a while. Now, this is a point in the video where I just have to be straight up and say I have no clue what this order of songs even is anymore. Like, each song is supposed to get scarier than the last, but honestly, I had no clue on how to rank these because I think all 4 of these last songs could be the scariest song in any of my other 2 videos. And I'm gonna start this off with what is probably in the top 3 most commented songs, Hamburger Lady by Throbbing Gristle.
It's a very creepy song, especially when you go into why it's made. I'll be the judge of that. I'm keeping my light on this time, though. I feel like these are over exaggerations. I ain't gonna lie. That's how I feel, though. What car is that? Sound like something revving, to be honest. Sound like motherfucking Zentorno from GTA. Man, that little ass ghost emo, what the hell is that? I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's not OD bad though. Like, it's not OD scary in my personal. Maybe it's because I'm coming in trying to expect it to be scary. But if I was just to listen to this like in the car, randomly it just pops up, maybe it will probably be like more scary. You know? I feel like if this randomly just played while you're in a car, then yes, it'll be more scary. But we're expecting it to be scary. We're expecting this shit to be scary. That's why it's not as like bad as we think it is. And then another nigga said something about lore. We don't know lore on this. So, that could add on to a lot of shit.
Finals 14 said that it's a very creepy song, especially when you go into why it was made. So I said to myself, I'm gonna listen to the song without any context, then get the context, and go back. I'm a fucking idiot. Because the instrumental by itself is not a fun listen.
I'm gonna let him do the rest,
like,
man.
Chopped up vocals. And then by the time you finish the song, you go to the context. And this is a song about a woman who got burnt in a car crash so terribly that she looked like hamburger meat. Like raw burger meat. The lyrics on the song are
That's why the nigga... Wait, why? But just why, though? Why would you make that? She's lying there. Hamburger lady, hamburger lady. Why would you make that, though? You know what type of hatred you have to have for somebody to just do that?
It's in pieces from an actual letter of someone who worked at the hospital. So reading back on the song, it makes everything feel so much harsher, like they weren't even taking this patient seriously. And yes, reading back on the lyrics was enough for me. I did not re-listen to the song.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Systems850 commented that Iowa by Slipknot is haunted. The making of this song is disturbing, and it's about necrophilia. Now, this is a word I didn't know the meaning of, and it should have stayed that way. Necrophilia. Necrophilia is a psychological and sexual condition characterized by an erotic attraction to or sexual acts involving corpses. It involves individuals who derive sexual gratification from the thought, presence, or physical violation of dead bodies. Bro, what the fuck do y'all have me listening to right now? And if that wasn't enough to scare me away, this song is 15 minutes long.
Damn!
I really wasn't gonna add this song in a video because that would mean I would have to listen to it. And I didn't even want to attempt to listen to this song. But I eventually grew the balls, and when I tell you I have not heard a scarier intro to a song in my life, you might be saying I was already going in scared, and you're 100% right, but I think this song sounds horrifying, and I think I would have felt that even...
I'm already looking at it like that. Hey!
Scared, and you're 100% right, but I think this...
Man, what is it called, bro? Is he gonna play it or should I play it? I don't want to play no 15-minute song again.
Song sounds horrifying, and I think I would have felt that even if I hadn't built up all this feature in my head. It's no words, just 2 minutes of a creepy instrumental intro with weird background noises, which gets me into this comment that I saw after I had listened to this song. Little Big K said that looking into the making of it makes the background noises even more chilling. And it's true. This song's lore is almost more disturbing than the song itself, because the song is so incredibly dark. Corey Taylor, the vocalist for Slipknot, was doing insane things to get himself in the right headspace for the song. He recorded the whole song in the studio naked. He brought broken glass into the studio and started cutting himself during recording. He even vomited multiple times because he was pushing himself so hard. But this is just all the things we know that are 100% fact. There are a lot of other way worse things that are rumors.
What? I mean, everybody's recording process is different. Butt naked, cutting yourself with glass in GTA, and fucking... Oh my god. Wow.
You are my first, my favorite. Lay you down to sleep.
Is this not normal? I mean, without context, possibly. Without context, probably. But this song is literally just... He just said the song's about...
Sup, dude?
What's up, man? It's about neurophenic or whatever he said. Something like that, bro. So that means this whole 15-minute song is about this nigga fucking a dead body, gang. So you gotta really throw that into the context at the same time. Of the song. You gotta throw all of that into context. Plus, of him making it. He said he was butt naked, cutting himself with glass. All types of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what makes the song dead ass more scary, though. You know? That's what makes the song more scary. Already head back on that note. Hey, bro. You gotta, listen, you just came out at the wrong time, bro. I'm looking at songs that are actually scary. I'm learning about songs that are scary.
That some think are made up, but a lot of people believe are true. Like the idea that the background noises are recordings of real murders or real torture, or the rumor that there is audio of someone actually being harmed in the studio. But again, I didn't know about any of this when I was listening, and I know I said earlier that not knowing is usually what scares me the most, but I think if I knew all this stuff on my first listen, it would have been an even worse experience. Eventually...
Safe life for players, safe life for plays. Yeah, that's scary as shit. It's scary to listen to, motherfucker. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. It's scary to go on a playlist. At best. It ain't scary, like meant to be scary.
Actually, the first vocal of the entire song comes in at like the 3-minute mark, and all he does is
It's scary to hand a nigga the ox that actually plays that shit. That's what's scary.
The vocal of the entire song comes in at like the 3-minute mark, and all he does is scream, yeah. The song then starts becoming a lot harsher. The heavier guitars come in. Have you guys ever seen that clip of those 2 security guards at a metal concert, and the singer is like,
this is a fun little song about shooting blood from your car.
I was those security guards at this point in the song. The song goes on to be all about this killer who confuses violence with intimacy, and you're stuck in this dude's insanely twisted romantic fantasy for 15 minutes. Relax, it's over. You belong to me. I fill your mouth with dirt.
That's what fried me when I heard that shit. That's why I was looking at that. Because I know what he's talking about, bro.
You will always be mine. I can tear you apart. I can recombine you. You belong to me. I will kill you to love you. Man, I hope YouTube don't cook me for putting this in the video. I listened to this song 5 days ago. This song was the last song I listened to for this video, and I'm still shaken up about it. More than the actual gruesome content, it's just scary to me how dark of a mental and emotional state some people can reach. But this is somehow...
Okay. Let me ask this. It was a good try. It was a good try to try it, man. One more time. Here we go. Alright, fuck it. Let's get down to business. So are these songs more genuinely scary just from the sound of them? Or is it from the fact that majority of these songs have some scary ass context? I feel like, in my personal opinion, the context is what makes the song way more scary. Like the David songs, you're not gonna think it's scary at all if you don't know what the fuck is going on with that crazy nigga. Until you find out that this nigga murdered a fucking girl. You know Twitch. You know. I was saying GTA, but you know. Literally did what he did. So now those songs are 10 times way more unsettling, scary, and creepy to even listen to. So that's when it was played in the Ox tournament. That's why it was like, okay, hold on, this is off the rails. This is out of control, my nigga. That's why everybody was feeling so unsettling after that shit was getting played in that Ox tournament, bro. Cause like once you know context to a lot of shit, it really flips a narrative about a song completely, like 100%. It does a whole 180 on it. Yo, I got some new intel on the spike. Yo, bang this nigga! Get him out of here!
Not even in the top 2 scariest.
Get him out of here, bro!
Video. Season Goth commented that after every...
What the fuck? Bro, I was about to take a sip of my water, bro. Oh, God, I would have spilled that shit all over me, bro. Holy shit, my nigga. Man. Hey, bro. Hell no.
He gets older, he realizes that we are all Frankies. And I didn't know what this meant at first, but it just sounds so intriguing. And then I clicked play on this song and realized I was in for something, cause it's 10 minutes. Frankie Teardrop is a pretty simple song. You hear the same instrumental on loop for the entire song, nothing is sung, the delivery for all the lines is pretty conversational, and at first it's a normal storytelling song. It starts with a 20-year-old guy named Frankie, who's just broke.
If I hear that shit, man, and that's the movie that they're putting up against Spider-Man 2, bro, you know what? I wouldn't be mad, because 9 times out of 10, well, 7 times out of 10, I'd probably get up in the same theater and say the same line right then and there. Peter! It's me! You see a nigga in the background. Hey, sit down, man. A nigga behind me. I'm just standing up, staring at the fucking screen. Hey, sit down, man. What you doing? Hell no. Hell no, bro. Peter! It's me, Norman.
Entire song, nothing is sung, the delivery for all the lines is pretty conversational, and at first it's a normal storytelling song. It starts with a 20-year-old guy named Frankie, who's just broke. He has a wife and kids, he's working 10-hour shifts to help support. In the words of the song, he's just trying to survive. But as the song goes on, the story gets sadder and sadder, until it eventually twists. Eventually Frankie hits his breaking point, and you can read it for yourself.
Frankie. This nigga. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this. And Vince McMahon and none of them niggas not watching me anymore, bro. To be honest, I still barely even know the full 100 story, but the full complete story. But this nigga Loki just went Chris Benoit on his damn family, bro. What the fuck? Oh my.
And the vocals on this song are some of the most unsettling vocals I've heard on any song in these videos. He just starts screaming in random points in this song, and it feels like a jump scare every time. And I mean like a Five Nights at Freddy's ear rape type of jump scare, because the mic quality is not great. The scariest part of the song is exactly what the comment said though. The idea that we are all Frankies. The song isn't as gruesome as some of the others in this video. Sonically, it's not even as scary as something like Hamburger Lady. But the idea that we are all suffering through the same circumstances as Frankie, and how that could make us snap and do something like he did, that is the thing that affected me emotionally more than any song in this video. When I was in the first half of the song, after he ends up murdering his whole family, I was a little confused as to how we are all Frankies, because I don't think most people are murderers, but this song's message is clearly that Frankie isn't some unimaginable beast from another universe. He's a regular dude who got pushed by all the stress from being poor into insanity, and it's a criticism about how the systems currently in place create Frankies. Again, this was just an ordinary man. He was your average co-worker. So as much as it seems like it could never happen to me and you, literally anyone could become a Frankie. We are all lying in hell.
That's actually That's actually crazy though. That's actually scary though. I ain't gonna lie. You never know. When certain niggas get to certain breaking points, niggas react different ways, bro. A lot of people react in a lot of different ways, and this just so happens to be the craziest and scariest one, in my personal opinion. This just so happens to be the craziest and scariest way. Literally. And it's like the people around you, man. You know the hell you not. You lost your damn mind, boy. You must have fucking lost it. And it's like, bruh. Oh my god. Imagine being like the wife in that certain situation, trying to calm him down. It's too late. On the 6-month-year-old baby? That's so harsh. Holy shit.
Frankie. We are all lying in hell. We are all Frankies. Juan Philip Winfred commented, Mary Turner by Shoo Shoo is one of the most disturbing songs I've ever heard, and it's a true story too. That's 3 comments in a row where the comment itself is already terrifying, but this one, unfortunately, is the worst one, because Frankie Teardrop is a made-up story. Iowa has scary rumors around it. Even Hamburger Lady, which is a true story, is just a lady who got in an awful car crash, which is crazy to say out loud that it's just that, but this song's story is like 10 times worse. This song makes Hamburger Lady feel like a lullaby. Hamburger Lady, of all songs. Hayes Turner was a black man who was killed in 1918. He was wrongfully accused for killing a plantation owner, and without any evidence, he was lynched. Absolutely horrible. This is not what this song is about. This song is about Hayes Turner's wife, named Mary Turner, who spoke out against this murder and was punished for it. A lot of these songs and all these videos imply horrible things, and even when they aren't implying horrible things, they aren't fully explaining everything in insane detail. But this song is a lot like a song I brought up in the first video, Dance with the Devil. Dance with the Devil is a horrible story, but the lyrics make it so much worse because not only is everything explained to paint the exact picture, but the person explaining everything is a great songwriter who knows how to make the listener feel every little thing. That is exactly what this song is. He tells you where it happened, how they did it, and with the instrumental in the back to match it, it's just one of the most uncomfortable listens I've ever had. This song, production-wise, sounds like a ritual. It's so experimental. The vocals are so buried. There's bells. There's a lot of sound effects.
That's a song I don't know if I want to listen to. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. That's a song I genuinely do not want to listen to. Because if they're describing, their way... Bro, that's just as unsettling, bro. Especially if it's based on real-life events. Real stories and shit. Them breaking down a whole story about how they, like, that's the equivalence of, like, you know, I ain't even gonna bring that up. Let's just say that's the equivalence of, like, anything happening in the world. Any crazy-ass killing that you know about. Think of the craziest killing. Or anything like that. And a nigga making an entire song about how they got killed, how they got this, that, and the third, how they skinned this person alive in GTA, how they did this, that, and the third to him and shit like that. That shit is so unsettling, bruh. I ain't gonna lie.
Loud sound effects here and there, and it doesn't stay in one place. It goes everywhere. I think production-wise alone, this is up there for one of the scariest sounding songs ever. It somehow matches the disgusting nature of the story. And speaking of that story, it again gets worse, because not only are they hanging this woman, but they are putting her on fire too. And not only is she being punished, the baby inside her is too. Mary Turner is pregnant, and as she is breathing her last breaths, she cuts her womb open. Her baby comes out, and the first thing that baby ever sees is this. And again, the writing really hammers home what is already such a horrible story. Reaching out, the first and only loving touch it receives, the falling ash of its mommy's hair on fire. The baby cried in the dirt, quieted by a boot's heel. Mother and child, 999 more bullets from the crowd. From a content perspective, it doesn't get much darker than this. From a songwriting perspective, it doesn't get much darker than this. From a vocals perspective, it doesn't get much scarier than this. And the production, man, when he says that the baby comes out, the song has like a beat switch to this horror movie sounding instrumental, and you hear these baby sounds. Song ends with 4 lines: fuck your guns, fuck your war, fuck your truck, fuck your flag. And I think that speaks for itself. Usually I end these videos with a final scary song that is more of a joke, but this time, too much scary stuff for me. I'm fucking drained. My next video is maybe the best video I've ever made.
I'm not gonna get that on this. Just the thought process about what that song is, bro. 19 years old, pregnant, set on fire. In GTA, by the way, Twitch, all of this. Cut her stomach open. Now, this is really actually based on true events. Baby falls out. First glimpse that the baby sees of the mother is the mother on fire, hanging from her ankles, with just ashes of her just falling down. I don't know how much more gruesome it, like, generally could possibly get. Holy shit. Oh, that's unsettling. That's so unsettling, bro. Oh, that's unsettling.
I'll see y'all on Wednesday.
Nevertheless, good video, but holy shit. That shit low-key's fucking my mind up, bro. Just thinking about that. That's low-key messing my mind up, just thinking about that game. God.